What's up, guys? Welcome back to the episode of Find Love or Die Trying. We're back with Violet right now. I don't know what we're gonna do with her today. All I know is that she's depressed now, so we gotta fix her. Oh, hi, Kat. Why'd you bring me here? I'm in a bit of a predicament, you see. I may have made an irresponsible bet. I did not take you for a gambler. Well, I'm not, but the thing is, I heard that the cook's bragging that they're the best chefs on the island. But hey, I've tried the food you've made. I know nobody else could come close to how good you are. So I may challenge them to a competition in your name. You are ridiculous, Kat. Well, Violet laughed out loud. That's a smile I like so much. It was nice to see it again. Are you being serious? Dead serious. In a few hours, hundreds of staff are going to come here. Some of them looking to challenge cooks, some of them as judges, the rest are just looking for lunch. All of them are hungry. Are you up for the challenge? I'm ready to crush the opposition. They will rue the day they challenge me. That's the Violet I like to see. Anyway, what's the theme of this contest? I can't tell you just yet. It'll be announced when it's cooking time. I do like a challenge. Would you care to stay with me as I prepare for the festivities? Of course, Violet. Thank you, Kat. I know why we're doing this, and I appreciate it. I'm not ready to talk about it just yet, but I feel happy already knowing you're looking out for me. I'm going to always be here for you, Violet. And I for you as well, Kat. We spent the rest of the time before the contest just talking about pleasant things completely unrelated to the show. Completely unrelated to anything of consequence. Sometimes when bad things happen, what you need the most is just a semblance of normalcy. By the time noon rolled around, hundreds of staff members were filling up the kitchen. I don't want to face you, Violet, but I will if I must. Oh, you're challenging me? Like a snail challenging the mighty eagle. You have my respect. Is it too late to change sides? We're going down, Violet. We're the Brothers 5, the best chefs on the island. What's that, too? What I meant to say is, wow, you're really the best chef on the island. That's right. Damn, bros. You can't let her intimidate you like this. If we do, she's already won. Say something, 4. We'll meet at the culinary battlefield, Violet. You may have my brothers running for the hills, but not me and 5. Come at me. Let us brandish our forks against each other. 5, do you have anything to say? Wait, what's happening? I hope you'll entertain me, brothers. Violet raised a pan towards them. Let us begin. It's time for the cook-off to end all cook-offs. Each cook will cook their own version of a mystery dish, a dish that I will soon reveal for the first time ever. The judges will be everyone who is not a contestant. You must be joking. There's hundreds of people here. How could we ever feed everybody? That's not my problem, and I definitely didn't come up with the rules for this tournament on the spot. Liar. Violet laughed once more. That was enough to keep this charade going. The mystery dish will be spaghetti and meatballs. Like taking candy from a baby. Not this again. Oh god, I think I'm gonna faint. One collapsed on the ground. 1 down, 4 to go. Bro! I knew we should have been accountants. Why are we fooling ourselves? You each have 1 hour. No late submissions will be accepted. Let the games begin! The contestants, that were still conscious, rushed off to gather ingredients. How are they going to make that much food? I'm sure they'll figure something out. I watched each of them cook furiously at breakneck speed. Violet was hard at work, sweat streaming down her face with the biggest smile I'd ever seen her have all day. I couldn't help but smile as well. All at the same time, 4 was trying to cook his spaghetti with only a microwave. I'm not sure how this will be much of a contest. 1 minute left. Violet filled hundreds of laid bowls with spaghetti and meatballs in a matter of moments. If you blink, you'd miss your finisher row. Each looked delicious and artistic. You would have had thought a cook would have spent much longer than putting an hour putting them together. Violet settled on making about 4.5 bowls. I guess everyone has their own pace. Time's up. It's time to judge. The crowd cheered as they stampeded to the laid out bowls. They were practically salivating. After everyone wolfed on bowls from each contestant, they submitted their vote. Oops. The people have spoken. With the resounding majority, our first ever winner of Best Chef on the Island award in the middle of nowhere award is Violet. The crowd cheered, myself included. I did it! Me! I did it! Violet jumped up and down with joy. I felt like a kid in a candy store just from one look at her. You won fair and square. You should be proud of yourself. Yeah, our food was the best I've ever had. Although, if you consider our living standards, that doesn't mean much. Hey, I just had an idea. What if we get Violet to cook for the staff at lunch instead of us? Seriously, it's been years since we've had real food. What's that supposed to mean? Honestly, I think it's a great idea. I know I hide it well, but I really have no idea what I'm doing in the kitchen. No way, bro. Violet and I took one look at each other and couldn't help but laugh. I would love to, you guys. The crowd's enthusiasm reached a level of uproarious applause. Violet! 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 Oh goodness, you're all too kind. I put my arm around her and smiled. Guess you got a new job now, Violet. I guess I do. Violet leaned in to kiss me on the lips. For a moment, time stood still. The only thing you could hear was the crowd's cheer getting even louder. Violet! Violet! We all laughed together. I've had so much fun today, Kat, thanks to you. Here dreaming on the beach after we clean this place up. Wouldn't miss it for the world. The world would pale in comparison. Hey, she reached her hand out to mine. I held hers tight in return. Hey, Violet, you really gave them a great show, you know? I couldn't have done that without my ever-so-charming television host. We walked along the island, our feet bare in the inviting water of the ocean. Really, I'm so grateful to you, Kat. Last night, finding out what my parents did, that was the lowest point I'd ever been to. I held her hand even tighter. Honestly, I didn't see a way out, escaping the island or not. Everything seemed like a dead end. But today you helped me remember that even without them, I've still got me. And I like me quite a bit. You really are incredible, Violet. That was all you. With you. Violet mumbled something under her breath. Sorry, what was that? Oh, sorry, let me try again. I know I'd be fine on my own, but I like me better if I was with you. When we get out of here, I'd hope you'd join me for that cruise. She kissed me again. It felt like magic. Violet, She put her fingers against my lips. Shh. I know it's not quite the time for this conversation yet, but please do remember what I said when this is all over. Do you mind if we walk for just a little longer? I don't want this to end. I'm walking with you as long as you wanted to, Violet. We can walk till the sun comes up. We can talk about anything and everything. So how about we start planning our cruise together? That would be lovely. We walked together till the dead of night. It was nothing less than magical. Just after we came back, a huge storm hit outside. We just missed it. Hope you two enjoyed your date today. I'm sorry to interrupt, but we gotta get this show on the road. Allie took out the master key from her pockets, span around the ring with her finger, then put it in the locked door. And we're in. She turned the lock and pulled the door open. Well, the door's a little heavier than I thought it would be. Must be soundproof or something. Whatever, let's go. Oh man, not another staircase. It would save so much money if they just put this on the main floor. But it wouldn't be very secret then, would it? Shh. Secret schmeekret. It's behind a locked door. I guess you have a point. Though, there was another staircase. It wasn't nearly as long as the one to the lab. We'd been walking down the stairs for only a few moments when we saw where they led. This has to be it. What is it? A while back, Kat told me that all the information on the island was stored in books. They didn't use anything digital or with the internet. I think I remember that too. Well, it's bullshit. When you have a corporation intent on the world domination through fear and control, of course they have the internet. And I think we just found a way into their closets, skeletons and all. Sounds like a pretty big deal. And that's an understatement. The information in here could change the tide of the war. It could give the resistance a real fighting chance, I think. But there's more than that, too. What do you mean? My mom, dad, and my brother got taken by these guys a long time ago. I don't even know if they're still alive. I was too young to really understand what was happening. If there's anything that could help me find them again, or at least find out what happened to them, it's in this computer. That was the real reason I came here. The whole reason I risk everything. What if it doesn't even have what I'm looking for? What if... Allie. Yui ran to Allie's side, hugging her tightly. It's going to be okay. You believe in me, right? She took deep breaths. I'm sorry you had to see that. I'm okay now. Thanks, Yui. I didn't do anything. Are you ready? Let's do this. I looked to Violet as Allie prepared to turn the computer on. She looked as concerned as I did, but we couldn't let it show. The screen lit up with a single message. Password required. Well, I didn't think it was going a little too smoothly. I'm not giving up a little bit though. She tried a few different passwords on the keyboard, but none of them worked. Damn it. I bet only Damien or Kat know this, and there's no way we could just ask them. Silence fell in the room. It can't end like this. It just can't. I got an idea. It's not gonna involve wrestling zombies again, is it? Hey, I've had better ideas than that. What I meant to say is I have a way to crack the code. I'm a programmer. I can make something that can show you all the possibilities for the password. It took some time, especially if it locks me out after too many attempts, but eventually I'd get the password. Though there's no guarantee we'd get the answer before the show was over. It's a lot better of a shot than we had. Allie ran over to Terra and hugged her tightly. Thank you, you awesome little you. This is nice. Feel free to compliment me more. In the meantime, the rest of us could try to figure out what the password would be as well. That reminds me, I need to tell you guys something important. What is it? I have our escape plan. She took out the master key and held it out for us to see. There's a hidden hangar I found on the beach, just a little further from where I found the plane. Now that we have this key, we'll know that it works. We can use it to disable the hangar security, commandeer a plane, then fly the hell out of here. I practically jumped for joy. I can't believe it! We're almost out of here. It's been a long time coming. Well, soon, but not just yet. With the storm raging, there's no way we're getting out of here tonight. At least of all off the ground. There's clear skies tomorrow night. That's where we'll be. What about the computer? Don't we need to crack it before we go? Yeah, what about our family? Well, that'd be the ideal case. Honestly, I've gotten to know you guys and care about you guys, and I've decided it's more important to save the people I care about that are right in front of me than chase a pipe dream. No, I won't accept it. If I were in your shoes, and I was looking for my sisters, I'd just give up looking for them. I'd regret it forever. I know you would too. But I can't ask you guys to stay here any longer. We're in danger if we stay here. You speaks for us too. To have family that you really care about, that cares about you too, you can't give up on that. We're not going to crack that code, even if it takes us to the last day. You guys... No, I can't allow it. I won't take chances with your lives. I'm not backing down on this. What do you think, Kat? We need to take this chance. We can't take this risk. What does that mean? We need to take this chance. We need to take this chance. We can't take this risk. What do you mean you can't take this risk? Finding her parents? Hold on, let me save, because I want to choose we stay and help her find her parents. But the way that's worded is weird. I don't... Guys, take a chill pill for a second. I'm a pro-game god, best of the best. I'm gonna have the code cracked by tomorrow, and that's a promise. So don't worry, okay? Love you guys. Thank you so much, really. Why are you thanking all of us? I'm the one who has to write the code and shit. Let's go. Something that I thought would have been impossible after the initial bad news. We're in this together, and we're getting out together. No one gets left behind. After you called her night, I laid in bed, deep in thought. Who would have thought I would have ended today feeling inspired after everything that happened last night? We've got this. Kat, one more thing before I turn in for the night. What's up, Terra? I got caught up in the heat of the moment earlier, and oh no. I got no idea. No. I don't like where this is going. How to do this, because I remember that all I know are hacking videos of people trying to type really fast, saying I'm in, and... Gah! I practically flew out of bed. Thank God it was just a nightmare. What does it take to get noticed rest on a killer dating show? Come on. What are you smiling about? Yesterday's date with Violet. Just feels like things are going my way lately. Yesterday with Violet had me feeling all giddy as a little kid. It's almost like there's perks to being on a killer dating show. Well, don't get too comfortable. You still got a few days left, and that's back to the regular. I'm looking forward to it. I bet, sooner than later, you cost too much to keep around. Anyway, the $1,000,000 question. Who's today's lucky girl? That'd be... probably Terra. So tomorrow, it's going to be either Terra or Allie. It's probably going to go Terra. That's what I thought. But doesn't Terra need time to crack the code? No, I already finished making the code breaker. I'm trying every password as we speak. No guarantee it'd finish before we're done with our dates, but it's worth a shot. Thank you, Terra. Don't worry about it. Besides, I think it's better if we save your date for last. Why is that? I don't know, you're some super spy from some super secret organization. You definitely got bigger heist potential than I do. I don't know about that, but sounds good to me. I'll use this time to prepare some contingency plans. Scarlett, Violet, Yui, I'm going to need you guys for this. I'm happy to provide assistance. You bet. I'll help however I can. Alright, sweet. Right, Kat. What's up? I didn't build a code breaker. I built a game that works with it, too. What do you mean? Share me your console. I looked it up real quick. It looks like a code-breaking game, but really it works directly with the computer we found. If you get the password right in this game, you have access to the computer. Makes sense? Amazing. Can't believe you whipped up something so fast. It wasn't hard. It was just a big middle finger to my mom, who thought all my screen time was a waste of time. Anyway, I figured we could play this game here and there during our date. Try to figure out what passwords come to mind. Obviously not for the whole date, because ratings and all, but as much as we can. Sounds like a plan. I'm a genius, Kat. She cackled manically. You are. I'd like to spend today with Terra. Is that so? We'll make it happen. Try not to spend all day playing video games. No promises, but I'll try my best. It ain't much, but I'll take it. Sorry, Kat. That's pretty much the plan. Hey, Kat, you want to play some games? I love to, but Kat wants us to do other things. Games it is. Sweet. There's no stopping Terra when she puts her mind to something. We started playing together in the games room while making pleasant conversation. Normal enough to seem like regular conversation, cryptic enough to disguise what we were actually trying to do. Even if Terra and I never went on crazy adventures like I did with Allie, it didn't make moments like with her any less special. If I forget what we're trying to hack into some confidential database, there really is like a fun day at home with you, partner. How about Terra is the best? It's worth a shot? Nope, doesn't work. The nerve of them. Terra rules? That's a miss. Was the T capitalized? Maybe add 0123 at the end of it. Thank goodness we have a codebreaker running in the background. Time to switch gears. Let's give Kat some footage to keep us alive. Oh my god. Good god, Kat. Why the sun? Go on without me. Okay, maybe this wasn't the best idea. Some way or another, we ended up back inside the mansion, huh? And there's nothing wrong with that. I guess you're right. Up for a few more rounds of the game you just played? Sure. How about Damien Black sucks? Nope, doesn't work. Cat Black sucks? Not that either. How about Cat? Oh, come on now, you're just guessing. The guy wasn't before. Well, I'll try. The two of us looked at each other like a deer in headlights. What? We cheered as if our favorite team had just won a sporting event. Wait a minute. Why would the password be your name? That doesn't make any sense. I guess as good as yours. Maybe we'll find out tonight. I hope so. Well, I've had enough of games for today. I never thought I'd hear you say that, Terra. I'm full of surprises. We can spread the good news after. How about we try something new today? Something outside. Sounds like a plan to me. Awesome, let's go. We ended up going back inside a minute later, but the rest of the day with Terra was still a lot of fun. And we're in. The password prompt closed with a satisfying ding ding. Well, there's a lot of stuff in here. Why would the folder be called homework? Well, it's definitely a porn folder name. Terra was about to open it until Allie intervened. Do you mind if I take a look? I forget why we're here for a second. Sure. Let's see. I started going through forwards, databases, reports, anything that could be useful. At the same time, Terra would start downloading all the files to her console. It doesn't look like there's anything here about why my name was the password. All the rest of us could do was give Allie and Terra the space they needed. Seems like they're going to be fun from here, team. I was worried for Allie, especially if we didn't get into the computer, but it looks like we got it all after all. It's too soon to say anything, but I hope you're right. Let's not jinx it. So what's the first thing you're going to do when we're out of here? I thought we weren't going to jinx it. I went straight back to helping people the way I know best. Nothing's changed in that regard. That's a lovely aspiration. Do me a favor and make sure your inventions don't get used on yourself again, okay? I mean, it's not like I was trying to. I admire how you can be so sure. As excited as I am to leave this place, I'm not quite sure what I'll be doing after. That's totally okay, Violet. That's part of the fun of life. Just figuring it out as you go. I suppose so. Violet looked at me and smiled. That's pretty much my plan at this point, too. Guess who's back, bit? What Terra wants to say is, we did it. Get everything I need to help turn the tide of the war, and I know where my family is, and they're alive. I never seen Allie so happy. She jumped towards me and hugged me. Oof. That's fantastic. That's such a relief. I'm so happy for you, Allie. Good job, Terra. You cracked the code. Not all at once now. I couldn't have done it without you guys. Thank you so much. We didn't have to wait this long to leave, but you guys did it for me and my family. I can't ever thank you enough. She pulled out a master key from her back pocket and swirled it around in her right hand. You guys ready to get out of here? Actually thinking staying here for the rest of my life. Not having internet is the best thing ever. Couldn't agree more. Let's get out of here. After you, Allie. We followed Allie out of the mansion, through the forest, into the hangar. Whoa, I did not see this. Granted, I don't go outside. I don't blame you. It's pretty out of the way. Not that we have to worry about it. Allie pulled out the master key and swirled it around in her right hand. She walked to the door of the hangar and put the key inside of its lock. She tried to turn it, but it didn't work. She tried a few more times but refused to budge. I don't understand. I see a cat use this key everywhere, including here. They must have changed the locks. Does this mean we're stuck here? I don't... At this rate, Allie was tripped over her words. It hurt to see her so defeated. I don't know. An uncomfortable silence fell over us. Am I going to die here? Are all of us? No, we're not out of this just yet. I refuse to give up. But we can't get into the hangar. There's no way to break in without triggering the alarms. For now, yes, but getting in later is a different story. If I remember correctly, whenever you won your third day with Kat, you'd fly in a plane together. I'm assuming the plane was you two. It's just like you to try something crazy and drag in Kat. I can't refute that. That was definitely us. How did we never die in those plane rides? We'll never know. That means the staff don't mind us taking the plane during the day, which means we can ask for the key temporarily. We'll still be able to get to the plane. It just has to be during tomorrow's date. There'd be way more staff around than usual, but we'd still have a chance. Exactly, the rest of us can be relatively close by, perhaps at the beach, to avoid suspicion. When you get to the plane, run over, you pick us up, and we're out of here. This could work. It's better than how my plans turned out anyway. I was worried for a second there, but it was nothing. We've got this. It's going to be in a tight spot without you. It was a team effort. Without each of us here, we'd be stuck here, with no chance of escape, I'm sure. Speak for yourself. I'm sure I could get out here on my own. You wouldn't shut down the second you reach the beach, Terra. Second thought, maybe teamwork makes the dream work. We laughed together. The mood was infinitely better than what it was a few moments ago. We spent the rest of the night talking about the details of the plan, including what we'd do if the unexpected happened. One thing's for sure, though, we weren't giving up on getting out of here. It all ends tomorrow. What do you know, Kat? You actually made it to the last one-on-one date. How are you feeling? Pretty good. I'm excited to see how a day with Allie will be. Oh, you got a real surprise in store. She has all of us in the crew working extra hard to prepare a special date for you. By all of us, I mean the brothers 5. Have to go find her. Spend some time with her while we get things set up for you. Sounds like a plan, Kat. Let's see. Oh, looks she's by the beach. Guess that's where I'm headed. Don't do anything we can't air. Murder is okay, but God forbid someone takes their top off. I waved to Kat as I went on my way. Just as Kat said, Allie was by the beach, just looking at the ocean. Morning, Allie. Kat, it's always nice to see you. The difference between Allie's voice during the day and night was like a day and night. I guess we do have to worry about the cameras, but it still takes some getting used to. I know it's going to be tough to type your previous dates with all the other girls, but I think I have a good shot. I'm looking forward to it, Allie. You better be. We've been saving the best for last. She reaches for my hand. Walk with me? I reached for an outstretched hand. It'd be my pleasure. The two of us walked around the beach while getting to know each other. So what will you be doing when the show's over? The first thing I'm going to do is say hey to my family again and make them a nice dinner. I'm sure they've gone sick with worry in the week since I've been gone. I wonder what they're thinking now. It's been at least 2 years since then. Kat was right. Sometimes not remembering is a blessing. Allie doesn't have that luxury. Anyway, I've got a surprise for you. Come on. She pulled me alongside my hand in the forest. I have to say, Allie really impressed me. Of course, it was her deliberate plan to come to the forest and get to the hangar, but she made it seem so spontaneous. You're going to love it. I saw it in the same moment she did. It was all we could do was stand and watch. No, she staggered and almost fell. And who could blame her? The hangar was engulfed in roaring flames. The heat was incredible. There was no way either of us could take a step towards the hangar without being burned alive. The stench of burning oil assaulted me without mercy. We were at a loss for words. In front of those flames was her, walking away from the flames. Somehow I just know it was her. Sorry, Alley Cat, there's been a small change of plans. I'm sure you can tell, but we hit a few snags with the hangar. How would you spend your day on the ground instead? I want to scream. I want to attack her with every bone in my body. I can't do anything. I can't or I'll be killed. And not just me, but everyone else. To hold myself back from giving away what the plane meant took all the strength I had. I need to calm down. Kat will be able to read my face and see that. Since finding me, Kat, I'm glad you're safe. What happened? We're still looking into it. Well, either way, there's nothing we can do about it. How about you go somewhere else, Kat? She reached for my hand and held it tight. How could she smile like this at me? Of course, Allie. The rest of the day, Allie and I put on the performance of a lifetime. Their faces were all smiles and laughter. We knew more than ever that we were trapped in Kat's macabre puppet show. And Kat loved to make us dance. She must have known we were trying to escape, but how? Did we make a mistake? Did Ford give us away? Should we have never trusted him in the first place? Who can I trust now? Time is ticking and the end of the show looms closer and closer. It's time I suppose to meet the group, but what would even happen do? What? There's no way we can escape. Our last chance died with the hangar. Should I just make a break for it? No, I'd never make it, and the others would suffer for my mistake. What do I do? You don't look so good, Kat. I've been better, Kat. It wasn't exactly sunshines and rainbows today. You really aren't much for acting, are you, Kat? Look, I already know about you and your escape plan. My blood ran cold. Take the plane, fly away from here. It wasn't hard to figure out. I tried to see something in my defense, but my voice wouldn't come out. It was all I could do was stand wide-eyed. I know you and the others found the lab, got your memories back, well, at least the others did. And I know every night you all work together to try to find a way out. I mean, of course I'd know. I'm the reason why you got this far. What do you mean? Just follow me. You'll save all of us time. I walked to the locker room near the games room. Took out a master key and span it around. You never really thought about a bunny could take a key from me, right? Honestly, I don't know what to believe anymore. She opened the door. Those were inside, looking as surprised as I was. Give me one good reason why I shouldn't kill you right now, Kat. How about you two? First, your inside man was never for. It was me. I mean, come on. He wouldn't be smart enough for something like this. Second, you've only ever had a chance of escaping this island because of me. Newsflash, Allie. Those tanks were never just a bug out. You're the one who let me out of my tank. The one and only. Allie was at a loss for words, and I was no different. What do you want, Kat? Honestly, the same thing as you guys. I went off this crazy train. I want out. I want you guys to include me in your little escape plan. What, do I have something on my face? As hard as it is to believe, the list of people who want to stay on this island is pretty short. Hell no, we can't trust you. I'm not sure how, but I remember I tried to escape with you before. I trusted you. I even fell for you. You had 5 girls in it enough. Unbelievable. Then you betrayed me and shot me. There's no way we could ever trust you. You're going to stab us in the back. Is that true, Kat? I'm ashamed to say it is. But I didn't have a choice. You know how it is with Damien. It doesn't matter if you share the same blood. He'll just take people you love hostage and use them to force you to dance to his tune. Sorry I betrayed you, Kat. I really am. But if I had to do it again, I'd do it again in a heartbeat because there was someone I needed to save. I know I must look like the villain to you, but believe me, I have people I care about too. If you're so compassionate, how would you burn up our way out of here? You're lucky I did, Kat. If you actually had flown as planned, you'd be at the bottom of the ocean right now. What do you mean? It's a cruel trick of Damien's. He knew there was a chance that people on this island would never recover their memories and tried to escape. So he made us build the hangar and the plane. It's the one place anyone trying to escape would go. Exactly. I told you in the past, Allie, never fly the plane or take the boat out of sight of this island. If you did, we'd have blown up like fireworks. Allie and I were in the plane, which was a little more than a flying death trap sent a chill down my spine. Look, the simple reality is you need me to escape. Without me, you won't even make it past the barrier. What barrier? Exactly. And though I hate it, I need you guys to help me in us escape. She put your hand towards me for a handshake. Allies, let's discuss first. Kat leaned against a wall while the rest of us debated what to do. Can we really trust her? This might be another trap. It's not like it'd be the first by her you'd fall into, Kat. You're right. That said, it's not like we have much to lose at this point. Even if she's done terrible things to us in the past, we still need her to escape. You all right, Allie? I'm fine. I'm just angry at myself. Hey, don't beat yourself up about it. We're still alive. That's what counts. She's right, you know. I'm not sure I'm feeling right now either, but we're alive. That counts for something. You're right, Kat. As much as I hate to say it, I think we need Kat's help, trustworthy or not, if we want to stay that way. We have to trust her. Sure. I'll be keeping an eye on her, though. We can't afford to blindly trust anyone who says they can help us. Alright, Kat, if you want our help, you're going to have to answer a few questions. Ask away. What the hell is the 6 show for? And why have you been forcing us to repeat it over and over? As someone from the Resistance, it should be obvious to you. This is just one of hundreds of killing shows we air. Shows that keep people scared, that keep people from organizing against the government. When to paralyze people with fear, you broadcast exactly what will happen if you rise up. You're monsters, you know that? I don't disagree with you, but we're not in charge here. Some of us still have family to lose, Allie. Continue. Before we air each show, we test them internally on test audiences to see what kind of ratings they bring us, the less fortunate, and what kind of despair they bring for the less fortunate. If they tested well enough, we air it. But if it wasn't efficient, we couldn't just film a killing show over and over again to see which version of it rated best. You can't bring people back from the dead. It was the same for the test audiences. You couldn't make them watch the multiple versions of the show, and they'd remember previous versions that would influence their opinions. There's no way to test multiple versions of the show without losing the feeling that lives were really in danger. Lives, not lives. But the memory rewriter would have changed that. It did. We were able to reuse everybody, our volunteer actors, the test audiences. We could just make sure people forget what happened. We could film run after run of the show where each of us was the first time to do all. And that's exactly what we've been doing here for the last 2 years. It was a lot to hear. I had a feeling to know that people looked at us like we were nothing but lab rats, so I genuinely was afraid for my life. It's sickening. We were silent for a while. If you've been testing the show for this long, then when's the real thing? There's no real thing. It's only what the version tests the best. That said, there's only so much time Damien is willing to spend on this show, and time is almost up. This is the last run of the show. If you don't escape before the end, you're all as good as dead. I know Damien and I've said that we let you and your chosen partner go. You achieve good enough ratings, but it's a lie, isn't it? Yeah. I'm sorry I've waited this long to try to help you guys. I've been too scared to risk it all, but I've got nothing left to lose now. She extended her hand for me to shake. Allie is at least till we're out of here. I don't really have a choice this time either. If you wanted to, you could report us right now. That's true, and my word would count for more than all of yours. But that won't save the person I need to. Like it or not, we have to work together. Then it's a deal. Allie took Kat's hand. Kat, are you sure you don't want to? It's fine, Scarlett. It's not important anymore, and we don't have time to waste, if you say so. Anyway, the only time we can escape is the last day of the show, between midnight and just before the sun goes up. That's when the boat comes to welcome the newly engaged couple, and it's the only way off this island alive. It also doubles as a supply ship. We can use it to replenish each run of the show. And there are no other planes on this island. A boat would be far slower. Unfortunately, it's not so easy. There's a protective shell around the island which performs 2 functions. First, it renders us invisible to satellite. It's the only reason why your people can't find us, Allie. Second, if anything bigger than a human being tries to get in or outside of the barrier, it gets fried, unless it's emitting a compatible IFF signal. The only way off this island we'll have to get a signal is that boat. I'm betting it will be heavily guarded. Well, yes, but not from people on it. The ship itself will be run by a skeleton crew. It's the staff on the island who will have to watch out for. That still leaves the question of how we'll deal with them. Last time I checked, there's hundreds of them, not even 10 of us. Actually, it might not be so hard after all. I've got a plan that just might work. Though I have to admit, it's a little crazy. I like the sound of that. It involves zombies again. I'm out. You explain our plan to us with renewed confidence that can inspire anyone to believe. Luckily, we still have tomorrow, so you're just the amount of time we need. That might work, Yoi. You're a mad genius. Let's just say I've been holding back my creativity till now. It's crazier than anything I've imagined and crazy enough to work. Let's get to work. Wait, were we listening to the same plan? The others went their separate ways to help us prepare for Yoi's plan. But Kat stayed. Our business wasn't finished just yet. What's up? I want to trust you, Kat. I really do. But you're up to something, aren't you? Just like every other time I trusted you. I can't blame you for feeling that way. But I can't take back what I've done before. The only thing I can say is to try to make you trust me. And if we don't escape, that the person I care about will go down with you. I'm not asking for you to put your neck out for me. You'll never have to. It makes you to help somebody you've never met and you'll never will. Somebody innocent. It's strange. This woman put me through hell, treat me like a lab rat more, and yet somehow I think she's telling the truth. Honestly, it doesn't matter if you do trust me. You'll see tomorrow that I'm going along with you as planned either way. I trust you, Kat. I'm sorry for yelling at you earlier. Don't be. I literally shot you. I think that earns you the right to be angry and more, no? I've gotten to know you over these past years. Not for more than a couple weeks, all right? And I think you're rude and manipulative and have no problem lying to my face. Hey, can we skip the part where you compliment me? You're also incredibly crass and you keep secrets from everyone and you finish. But I don't think you're a bad person. And every time the show ran, you always talked to me to make me feel like I wasn't alone. You made sure I never lost hope. I know that was never part of the job. Yet you did it over and over. It must have been so tiring to do all of that over and over, full well knowing that we were doomed. I don't know why you're doing all of this, but I believe that you do care about helping people. I'm flattered, Kat, but you got me wrong. What do you mean? Everything I've done for you, the others, is for my own selfish reasons. It just happens to line up nicely, though I appreciate the compliment. Unlike before, I couldn't tell if she was telling the truth. You went our separate ways shortly after. I spent the rest of the night helping the others with preparing for their plan. I was exhausted when I went back to my room, but I couldn't help fall for those several hours. It's all something where the tip of my tongue, but I could barely grasp it, yet somehow I know I'm closer than I've ever been. Kat was true to her word. Instead of having another date on the 6th day of the show, she planned a huge party for the staff as a thank you for all your hard work party. As soon as she told her staff that Violet would be cooking for the event, all of them dropped everything to help prepare for it. The staff prepared the party grounds during the day. Each of us were hard at work, making sure the other parts of it went well. Violet cooked mountains of food as if her life depended on it. In truth, it did. Vivi was playing games with the staff outside. It didn't take long for her to become a fast favorite for them. I'm pretty sure half of the staff were playing games just so that they could get her to notice them, and she knew it. I have to admit, I'm pretty impressed with Yui. Her plan is coming along together. Terra and Scarlett joined forces to make sure that the staff joined the festivities. Terra used Kat's producer room to find any stragglers who hadn't joined the festivities. As Terra found them one by one, Scarlett turned on the charm and made sure they all came to her party with her. Then when it was time for Scarlett to switch to her other mission, Allie took over, though I'm told she employed more force than charm. Meanwhile, I ran around like a chicken with my head cut off, trying to make sure every part of the plan was going smoothly. And for once, it did. A few hours later, we had every staff on the island partying their lights out. Everyone's here? You bet. You should have seen the ones that tried to run. I'm sure everyone who came stayed. Perfect. Everybody's eaten as they should have. It's fine food. Looks like it's going to be going according to plan. I'm going to head ahead and get to the fun part. Scarlett pulled out the remote from her pocket and pressed a button on it. A few seconds later, fireworks were shooting into the night sky above the party ground. The cheers of the staff were like thunder. And with that, the plan was going as smoothly as can be. Great job, team. We owe you one, Yui. Right back at you, Allie. We cheered as firework after firework lit up the night sky. Whoa, the fireworks supposed to be this bright? Come to think of it, the fireworks are practically blinding. I have to say, I did a pretty good job with these fireworks. Then there might be some side effects to watching them from too close. Let's worry about that later. The fireworks were a signal to those trying to escape that there was nothing left to do except wait. It's going to be a long night. I know what we said before, but it'd be such a shame to spend tonight just worrying over what may happen tomorrow. We might live, we might die, same as any other day. How about instead we just dance the night away? You know what? That sounds great. It sounds lovely. Let's do it. Come on, let's dance like there's no tomorrow. Yuck. Don't make that, Terra. It'd be good for us to blow off some steam. Dancing sounds like exercise and exercise. Allie picked up Terra over her shoulders, and away we go. Come on, come on. Scarlett grabbed my hand and pulled me with her to where people were dancing. The others followed close behind. They sure are carefree, huh? Some things never change. Maybe we'll get out of here tomorrow. Maybe we won't. I hope we do, though. I like to think that one day we'll look back and remember this day. It was the most fun night I've ever had, out of all the nights I can remember. We lived like there was no tomorrow, and now we'll find out if there is tomorrow for us. We waited in darkness for hours, waiting for the boat to come. The plan was simple, yet had no room for error. First, we need to make sure the boat is really coming. It's later than usual. You think they're onto us? No, it'll just be a little bit longer. It's cold. There's no point worrying at this point. If they're onto us now, we're already dead. And all we can do is wait. We waited for an hour or more, then another. We were losing hope. I guess it's here. Kept pointing to the ocean. We all looked in unison. Just as she said, the boat was coming. It looked huge, despite how far it was. It must have been massive from up close. Alright, it's going to be a few minutes before it reaches the shore. Let's book it back to the mansion. Second, we need to get back to the mansion before the boat reaches the shore. From what Kat told us, the staff only physically inspect the mansion to make sure that we're there. We can't rely on overriding the feeds. If we're not there, they'll sound the alarm, and our chance of escaping will be slim to none. According to Kat, that's how we got caught last time. We went back to the mansion and rushed to our respective rooms. Turned off the light, jumped in my bed, and pretended to be asleep. A few minutes later, I heard somebody open the door. It must be them. There was a mechanical rhythm. Footsteps. A door would open, more footsteps, a short pause, footsteps again, a door would close, repeat. Over and over, closer and closer, till it got to my room. I tried my best to make my breathing sound natural. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in. A footstep. A second later, my door opens. I can tell there are probably about 5 people. Breathe in. They're walking closer to me. Breathe out. I can tell 2 of them in front of me. They're muttering somewhere under their breath. You have to pity her. Come on, she can do better. Rude. Breathe in. Hey, something's wrong. It feels like my heart stopped. Breathe out. They're moving closer to me, step by step. What's that? Breathe in, I think. It takes everything I have not to move, when every nerve in my body screams to run. This is it. They're on to me. I can't help but ball up my fist on my hand. Alright, never mind. We're done for tonight. Let's head out. Sounds good to me. I heard them walk farther away from me, then outside the room. Finally, they closed the door. I breathed out like never before. On to the next part of the plan. We regrouped downstairs. That wasn't so difficult, was it? Like taking candy from a baby. Wait, where's Terra? I'll go check on her. As if on cue, Terra came running downstairs. I'm good, don't worry about it. And I definitely didn't fall asleep just now. I don't buy it, and the rest of us didn't either. Alright, back to the problem at hand. We may have avoided detection for now, but now they're going to be upwards of hundreds of guards on patrol between here and the boat. There's little to no chance you can make it there without being seen, but it's a chance we'll have to take. Actually, we had just the thing for that, courtesy of Scarlett and I. What's that? We went through all the trouble of preparing such a big party for all the staff. It would be a shame if we didn't give them a little extra to chew on, no? You didn't. Oh, she did. It's like an absurd scene from an art house movie gone mad. Brains. Bananas. Brains and bananas. Brains accounting should have... Hundreds of zombies littered the field. You know, I can't believe we ever let you make shit, Scarlett. I better be glad that you did. Now that I think about it, couldn't we have just put a sleeping agent or something like that? Where's the fun in that? Well, we still have to get past them to get to the boat, right? Don't worry about it. I've had my fair share of experience taking down zombies. Something like that rubs me the wrong way. Don't worry about it. Let's be on our way. We managed to sneak out the mansion without much of a fuss. As soon as we got into the forest, it was smooth sailing. There were just a few zombies in there. To be honest, how much Scarlett enjoyed herself taking them down was more concerning. I'll worry about them when we get off this island. For now, let's focus on getting out of here. A few moments later, we made it to the beach. The boat was clear in sight. Wow, it's huge. Let's not waste any time. We rushed into the ship and straight to the captain's deck. You guys wait here. It's practically guaranteed the engine's been tampered with, and I need to fix it. If I know my father, he'll do it just the way it was last time. You know what, Kat? Come with me, just in case. Maybe that's where the crew members are. Lead the way. It was pitch black inside. Kat had to shine a light to see anything. Strange, where are they? Let's not look at a gift horse in a mouth. Found it. Chalk it up to my dad outsourcing everything to the grunts. This is child's play to me now. Kat got to work fixing the engine. Watch my back. We don't know if we're in the clear, and this is going to take a minute. Got it. I turned around and kept a lookout. It was almost impossible to see anything, though. Since when are you a mechanic? Honestly, since my first failed escape. I had to teach myself. It wasn't exactly a trade school on this island. If I hadn't, I'd never been able to help anybody escape this island. I'm sorry I didn't trust you before, Kat. I get it now. Why you did what you had to. Keep talking like that and you'll raise a death flag for both of us. Jeez. You can talk more later if you'd like. In the meantime, the boat is fixed. Nice. Let's tell the others and get the hell out of here. We ran back to the others and told them the good news. At the same time, Kat revved up the engines of the boat. We're good to go. We literally jumped for joy as the boat started to move. Gosh, I can't believe it. We're really doing this. Really getting out of here. It's hard to believe, but it's true. We did it. No. You don't have to thank me all at once. We really did it. Thank you, Kat. You really saved us. You did. We wouldn't have been able to get off this point if it wasn't for you. There's no need to thank me. I actually should apologize that I didn't do any of this sooner. The intercom ran out. Kat turned white as a sheet as we heard the voice was all too familiar. No, damn it. Damien. Ding, ding, ding. I guess you learned at last something in school, Kat. Not enough, clearly, but hey, it's something. That's a win at participation, ribbon someone. You knew what I was planning. Of course I did, dearie. I made you. I know exactly how you think. And I have to thank you. Your mother would be proud at the show you've given us the past 2 years. What? Oh, I'm sorry. Did I forget to tell you? While you were busy filming Kat and those other bitches, my team was filming your brave attempts to save these idiots. Gives the audience a little more reason for why they should stay in line, you know? After all, if I do this to my own daughter, imagine what I'd do to someone who wasn't. You're a monster. Flattery will get you nowhere, Kit Kat. Well, it doesn't matter now. Do whatever the hell you want. We're getting out of here. We fix a boat, and there's nothing to do to stop us now. We're getting out of here. Saying garbage like that is like playing with fire, love. The earth started to shake, even though we were on the boat. I could tell the island was rumbling. In the distance, a metal barrier slowly rose out of the ocean, all around the island. It climbed higher and higher till it cast a shadow over the boat. Higher and higher till the only daylight we could see was just from a circle above us. We were trapped. How about we play a little game, little rats? Damien spoke down to us from some kind of holographic screens on the walls. He gestured to some kind of machine behind him, which looked like a strange kind of stadium. I got myself a little switch here that controls the barrier. One push of this and you'd be free to go. It'd be easy for you to waltz in and flip it. You got rid of our security. But this switch is only going to work if you have 2 people's handprints to producer level clearance. Sure, you've got Cat, but you'll never get mine. He pulled out the same gun I'd been shot with before. Though, don't let this stop you from trying. The hologram disappeared with a click, leaving us in an uneasy silence. Our hands are tied. We have no choice but to go back. Hello? He's got a gun. He took us all down before we got a chance to grab him. You've got no choice, though. If we wait here, it's only a matter of time before they could send people after us. I guess we have to head back to the beach. Let's turn this around. We got ass to kick. No, that's exactly what Damien wants you to do. The turning around part or the kicking ass? I'll leave that to your imagination. Damien has a script that he wants to see play out. People try to revolt, fail, and get killed. I guarantee you, if we just do that, he has a plan for it. He'll try to find some kind of way to get us to turn against each other, and then none of us will be able to make it out of here alive. Even so, we can't just stay here and wait until we're out of time. Kat and I will go flip the switch. Besides, we're the only 2 people who do anything about it. What do you mean by that? I thought only you and Damien. I'll explain the way. There's no time. Kat, are you ready to run? I won't allow. There's no way we're getting Kat to back there without us. You said it, sister. I'm not letting you get close, letting you all lose your one chance of getting out of here. Scarlett, please. You know exactly what Damien is capable of. I don't like this, Kat. I know. Let them go. Believe me, I hate this, I hate this to my core, but Kat's right. Kat didn't waste a moment. She reached for my hand. Before I knew it, I was going. We ran off the boat together and back to the mansion as fast as we could. I was running on pure instinct, like my body had done this before countless times. I looked back at the boat just once. I couldn't help but linger for a moment. I could tell from their faces they wanted to be running with me, now waiting for us to come back. I was going to make Damien pay for making them suffer like this. We went back to running. I followed Kat's lead. It's earlier than I planned, but there's no time like the present for exposition about your past. It would be good to know why I'm running with you. I happen to be resistant to bullets. We'll find out if you are together. Though, if you look at your history, I'd say no. Hey, I survived the time you shot me. I'm pretty resistant. Touché. Before you came onto this show, you were a producer, just like me. We used to work together. We were partners. In more ways than one, though. That was forever ago. Living and working on this island was the only life I'd ever known. It sounds awful, but I'd have no problem running these shows. There was nothing different to compare it to. But then I met you. I had no idea what would bring someone like you onto this island, but meeting you had changed. She smiled like I'd never seen before. You made me see that there was a world out there that was beautiful. You made me hope that I could be a part of that world one day. And you made me realize that we need to shut this place down if you ever want there to be a world out there. 3 years we worked together to free as many people as we could from those death shows. We shipped them away to safety, faked their deaths, everything. And we did just that for a time. Then Damien started to suspect something was up. Each day he got closer and closer to figuring out until I knew we couldn't stay any longer. But it was too late by then. Damien caught us. You mean you betrayed me. I can't remember much, but I remember you and I were together. And then you sold me out right when we were trying to escape. Why? It's like I said before, I didn't have a choice, and I still don't. I know you have no reason to trust me anymore, and I don't expect you to, but we need each other's help to get off this island now. Since both of us technically still producers, we can activate the switch if we work together. We don't even have to take Damien down, though I doubt he'll let us use it that easily. Can you trust me enough for that? Honestly, I don't know. Part of me wants to trust Kat, the same part that unconsciously remembers that I did for years and years. But how can I forget that betrayal, even if she has her reasons? Sure. I'll keep an eye on her. When we got back to the mansion, Kat made a beeline for the lab. I ran with her as fast as I could. Our footsteps on the winding metal staircase echoed like a thundering drum. You're about to see the real reason why the show is on this island. Kat took out her master key and slid into the hidden socket in the wall behind one of the tanks. Click. Don't say I didn't warn you. The same wall split into 2 doors, revealing another hidden staircase. You'd think you guys could get an elevator instead. I said the same thing. As soon as I took one step down the staircase, I could tell something was different. Something was telling me I should not go down there. Come on, we don't have time to waste. I've got nothing to lose. With each step down, it grew darker and darker. Eventually, I couldn't see my hand in front of my face. Then, light. Blinding light and applause? Welcome, welcome. You finally made it. Damien's face was plastered out with countless of screens in the stadium that could be filled with tens of thousands of people. Countless cameras littered the seats. All focus on center stage, a battleground sprawling with maze like walls of shapes and sizes littered with guns. Thanks to the walls, we couldn't see Damien directly, but we knew he was here from the screens. We wouldn't want to have we wouldn't have a show with you idiots, so I'm glad you actually came back. Aw man, you couldn't even bring me back the others, you're no fun. You really gotta make me work, huh? Anyway, congrats on making it this far, etc, etc. I gotta say, I'm proud of you for making it here, daughter of mine. I'm impressed that you remember your old haunt just from a few seconds of video. No thanks to you, old dirtbag. Is that any way to thank someone who gives you room and board? You gave Kat a way nicer room than I ever got. Blame your mom for that one, kid. How about you be a dear and explain the game we've got going on here? The switch we're looking for is somewhere here. The problem is, so is Damien. Okay. What about the weapons on the ground? Maybe there's something we can use to level the playing field. It's all we can do, but the odds aren't in our favor. Most of the weapons lying around are useless. They're meant to make people lose hope that they can fight back. Most is better than all of them, at least. Well, yes and no. There's no hope for us. There's no hope to lose if they knew all of them were fake. That's Damien's MO. He'll get people trapped here in the shows just enough hope for escape, and he'll use that to trap you. Real guns amongst the fakes, boats and planes when you're trapped on an island. If we're going to make it through this, you can't fall for his game, understood? Loud and clear. Then let's go. There's no time to waste. We ran from wall to wall, taking cover between each time. Whenever we had the chance to pick up what looked like a gun, see if it was real. We only had seconds to check each one. Damien was hot on our trail. A shotgun rang out, blowing a hole through the wall Kat and I were hiding behind. What's the matter? You two rats in a lab. He fired again. Shrapnel on the wall scraped my arm. Fuck. It was like my arm had been lit on fire. Kat, you okay? I'll live. Don't worry. We need to find a weapon, and we need to find the switch. We ran behind another wall, nearly dodging another shot from Damien. It dawned on me that he wasn't trying to hit us. He was trying to make us scared. And it was working, but why? He's reloading. Come on. We dashed up from behind the wall and ran past Damien, looking desperately for the switch and for any weapons we could find. I managed to pick up 2 pistols. Kat did the same. Damn, it looks like they're fake too. How's yours looking? Took a look at the first one. Upon further inspection, it was clear it was no more than a plastic toy. But the second one, I realized it did the same thing I did. It was real, with a single bullet loaded. Alright, that's good. Let's... Another shot rang out, blowing a hole in the wall right next to my head was seconds ago. Fuck. How come he gets the fucking hand cannon? The budget's gotta go somewhere, I guess. Anyway, we got the gun. It's probably the only real one in the stadium. We need to find the switch now, but even with the gun, we're no match for him. Sounds good to me. We ran further through the stadium, opposite the entrance, until we were square in the middle of the stadium. And there it is. The switch. You'd think they'd hit it better. Damien's laughter echoed through the arena, and he appears on the screens above the arena. Congrats! You found the switch! It's a damn shame I forgot to mention something about the switch here. It won't do jack shit unless you both have access, as long as I've got a heartbeat. And I plan on sticking around, but I'm not heartless. In fact, I think I'm a pretty decent guy for what I'm about to do. Kat looked like she'd just seen a ghost. Kat, I've got enough for you if you can't refuse, but only one if you can claim it. If either of you kills the other one, I'll let the one left standing go. We'll forget this ever happened, and we can wrap up, find love, or die trying. We even let the survivor leave this island. I can even guarantee I'm telling the truth because it's airing live to the world right now. People bow down and get in line because I'm telling them the truth, because they know I keep my word. They wouldn't believe me for a second if I ever went back on it, you know? Not a bad deal, huh? Especially considering if no one takes that offer, I'll just kill both of you. I'm giving you 5 minutes to decide, then I'm coming for you. My screen shut off. And Callie looked at each other, a mix of horror and fear on her face, and there was no doubt that mine mirrored hers. Kat, I can't imagine what's racing through your head right now. You probably think I'm going to betray you again, right? I was at a loss for words. You don't have to say anything. Look, I can't blame you for doubting me, and honestly, if you shot me right now, I'd be okay with it, because then you'd be free to go. I know Damien will keep his word. But if there's even the slightest chance that you want me to be able to escape from here too, then you need to ask something that I know sounds insane. What's that? I need you to give me the gun, the only real one we've got. Look, I'm not stupid enough not to know how that sounds. The simple reality is I've known you for so long now. The only thing I know about you is that you're a terrible shot. Me, I'm as good as you can get on this island. I think I'm our best bet to taking him down, but I completely understand if you're not willing to trust me. If you think I'm lying, I get it. And if you don't trust me, she closed her eyes and pressed her finger against her forehead. Then please, just make it quick. The gun is in my hands, never felt so heavy. On one hand, a guarantee that I can make it out of here alive. On the other hand, trusting Kat. Can I trust Kat and after all she's done to me? Can I believe her words when the memories that prove or deny them are lost to me? I got no time. I have to choose. Trust. I'm going to trust. I think even if I kill Kat, that doesn't guarantee that everyone else is going to be alive. And also, I'd feel bad. There'd be blood on my hands. I trust you, Kat. I held the gun to her. You do? After everything I've done? And everything you've done, yes, I still trust you. I know I've been forced to do some awful things to people that didn't deserve it. And I know there's still good in you, and I believe in that good. Take it. Thank you, Kat. Take the gun from my hands. I won't let you down. Well, if you do, it's not like I'd be around long enough to regret it. Let's hope it doesn't come to that. Let's do this. We decide to sneak Damien out and try to get the drop on him, rather than waiting for him at the switch. My heart was practically beating out of my chest. I couldn't tell if Kat was as nervous as I was. If she was, she hit it with the same poker face she always had. We dashed to another wall for cover, looked around and repeated. How much time has passed? It feels like we've been looking for hours with the pressure, though it can't be more than a few minutes. As the minutes passed by, I could tell Kat was growing more and more impatient. She trained her gun whenever she looked, her finger trigger ready to shoot her only bullet at any time. Left, right. I glanced around and looked at her and back again. Her hands were shaking. Look left, look right. We've only got one shot to make or break it. Look back to Kat. She's checking a corner ahead of us. She looks left, she looks right. It takes everything I have to stay focused. I don't think about dying, not even the possibility. She turns back to look at me. Oh no. Nate was walking closer and closer from behind her with the gun resting on his shoulder. He can't be more than 10 meters away. He slowly lifts the gun from his resting position. Before I know it, I'm running towards her with everything I have. Something is making me run, something I've forgotten, something I'm just starting to remember. The two of us at the beach, I can see now. How many hours has it been? We made it to the ship, but it wasn't enough. The alarms were deafening. Security was going to be here any minute. In our only saving grace, our ship wouldn't start. That's it then. I never heard Kat ever sound so desperate. Well, at least we tried, right? Who else can say that? She lowered her head and leaned on me. No, we're not giving up yet. There's nothing we can do, Kat. The engine's broken and the guards will be here any minute. We at least got some weapons. It's not over yet. I grabbed the precious few firearms that we had and split them up between us. There's two of us and hundreds of them. There's no point. Not to mention you're a terrible shot. You're right. Seeking them head on would be suicide. That's not what we'll be doing. Me, I'm just some nobody, but you're the big man's daughter after all. Your word means a lot to them. She was horrified. I would be too if I were in your shoes right now. No, I won't let you do this, Kat. We don't have a choice. Look around. I'm not happy either, but both of us dying here would be worthless. But if you're alive, you get a second chance to make it out of here. A second chance to see the other side. I know. What's the point if it's not with you? You have to find that out for yourself. They're almost here. Come on, we're running out of time. Her hands were shaking. It looked like she was going to drop her gun at any moment. I hate you for this, you know? I know, and I'm sorry. She slowly raised her arms and trained the gun's sights directly at me. And now we wait. Can you do me a favor? What's that? Don't shoot the face, please. I'm rather proud of it. I don't know what I'm going to do with my supernaturally good looks. She laughed through the tears. I would have still loved you even without them. Right back at you, Kat. She kissed me for the last time. I love you, Kat. I love you too. Sorry, but it's going to be the face. Just let me take off the safety. Wait, I didn't sign up for this. I heard my favorite sound one last time. I hear the guards coming now. We've only seconds left. On the bright side, I won't owe you $10. Our bet? She laughed. I think it's pretty clear who won the bet. I can see the guards now. My time is up. What makes you say you did it? I'm alive? Everything hurt so bad. I wish it wasn't. The shock must have knocked me out cold. I coughed up some blood as my visions flashed in and out rapidly, too fast to tell if they had been shot fatally. It was all I could do was try to stay conscious. I did as you said, Father. Anyone who breaks our law must be punished. I could barely just make out her voice, but it brought comfort to me. You really do take after me. You made your old man very, very proud. Oh, but look at that. Looks like our little hero's got some life left. You know, Kat, you're in luck. See, the whole escaping thing, I'm afraid it's going to have to fire you. No severance. I tried to make a witty comment back, but the only thing that came out of my mouth was coughed up blood. But you're in luck, and the opportunity just opened up, and I think he kicked me in the stomach, then rolled me over with his foot. You'd be the perfect fit. He laughed and crushed my palm under his foot. I think I'm going soft on you by not killing you outright. He looked down at me, then back at her. But mark my words, you'll both wish I had. Do whatever you want. I don't care about Kat anymore. He laughed maniacally. I never did like Kat much anyway. My vision's fading. His words turned to vapor as I could feel myself crumble into nothing. The last thing I saw was her face. She was holding the river back with everything she had. Who are you going to fool with a poker face like that? Cat. I love you. Always have, always will. I'm so sorry for what I've forced you to do. Even more so, I'm so sorry that you'll be alone now. But I hope one day you'll understand. Flashback to reality. I almost reached Cat, pushing myself to run faster and faster, faster than I've ever had in my life. Cat doesn't see him, but she sees the alarm going off in my eyes. Damien points the gun at his daughter, but he's preparing to take a shot. Cat turns around, but there's no time. Damien fingers pulls the trigger. What am I doing? I see the world turn to slow motion. Why am I throwing my life away for Cat? These memories, they're mine, yet not at the same time. Who can I say if I'm the same person as before, who loved her so much? Who can say if these memories form a completely different me compared to what I am now? There's no time for answers. Even if I've forgotten you over and over, somehow I remember you, and I know that I would do anything for you. I run past Cat and throw myself in front of her because I love her. A gunshot rings out. It's like my body is being struck by lightning instead of flame. He fires again and again. Indescribable pain ripples across my body as shot after shot rips through me. It's not like the movies where someone can stand after being shot over and over. The firing stops and my vision starts to fade. I can barely hear him reloading over the sound of my body screaming in agony. My knees buckle. I start to fall. As I fall, I can see Cat with her gun trained at Damien. There's no fear in her eyes. Her hands aren't shaking. She's biting her lips so hard that I can see it bleeding. The last thing I see before the dark takes me is her finger pressing down the trigger. Damien fires back. Cat, wake up! Please, please don't die. What's happening? Am I alive? I've never heard her sound so desperate. Please, just wake up. I can't lose you again. Not again. It took everything I had just to open my eyes and breathe. She was cradling me in her arms, tears streamed down her face. Thank God, don't pass out again. You gave me a heart attack. Sorry, Cat. I coughed up blood. Save your strength. Did you get him? We did. That's great. The switch? We should be able to get it by now. But you're in no shape to walk, and to be honest, I'm not in the best shape either. I looked up at her and felt my heart drop. You've been shot! She laughed. Yeah, now I know what it feels like. I'm even more sorry for shooting you back then on the beach. There's nothing else that you could have done, Cat. That didn't stop me from regretting every second of these past 2 years. That day I made a promise to myself. It didn't matter how many people I'd have to hurt or how much I would have to hurt. I would get you off this island, alive and well, even if it was the last thing I did. Even if I had to see you fall in love with somebody else 100 times. Even if I knew it meant I could never be with you again. I made a promise back then, and I'll keep it even if it kills me. Cat slowly tried to lift me off the ground and onto her back. She screamed and coughed up blood as she tried to lift me up. Stop, you're going to get yourself killed. That's exactly what I'm trying to do. She lifted me onto her back and took one step backwards towards the switch. I told myself back then, and she stepped forward again, her legs were trembling, that if you weren't leaving this island alive, neither would I. Another step closer, because I love you, you know? One more step. I know you don't remember most of our time together. Her breath was getting ragged. She'd take several steps and have to pause for breath. Honestly, I'm glad you even remember bits and pieces. I'm grateful for whatever I can get. The switch is in sight. And maybe the you I fell in love with doesn't exist anymore. We're so close to it yet, so far. And I still believe it's still you, Cat. And you're still the same Cat that I fell in love with. We're just steps away from the switch. That I still owe you love. She laughed bitterly. I'm just wishful thinking, you know? We're here. We made it. She coughed up some blood again. You need to put your hand on the scanner. Can you do that? Got it. I used the last of my strength to reach my hand forward. With every inch I drew closer to it, my vision grew darker. I pushed harder and harder with everything I had. Got it. My turn. Done. And all left is to pull the switch. I'm sorry, Cat. I'm going to need you to put you down for a second. No problem. Cat gently rested me on the ground. Fuck, I can barely stand now. She tumbled towards the switch, managed to catch it with her hands, and used it to keep herself upright. Here we go. The moment we'd all been waiting for. She pulled out with the last of her strength. A second later, she fell to the ground by my side. The cacophony of machinery filled the stadium. That must be the barrier opening. We did it, Cat. I'm sorry, Cat. What for? I don't think we're going to get out of here after all. I can't even move. It's okay. We had a good run, you know? I guess you could say that. At least the girls will be able to get out of here. They deserve better than to die here. Yeah, I love you, Cat. Always have and always will. For these last 2 years, I dreamed of us starting a new life together, somewhere far from here. But Gus, life's not like the movies. Dreams don't come true. I wish we could have met in a different place at a different time. Maybe, just maybe then, Cat, Cat? Her eyes were closed, streams of tears flowing from both of her eyes. My vision blurred even more as tears welled up in my eyes. If we could have met in a different place, at a different time, I'm sure our story would have been so different. I wish we could have, Kat. I tried to move closer to her, but my body refused. It was all I could do was move my head around. I looked around in futility for some kind of miracle that would save us both. This is too sad an ending. I looked to Kat. I looked to the heavens, which we had all but abandoned us. I looked behind us, and what I saw could only be described as angels. I tried to speak, but no words came out. I must be dreaming. I must be. The world turned black. Am I dead? If I keep asking myself that, it's bound to be right sooner or later. But somehow I think there's more to come in my story. I know there's one person I want to spend the rest of my life with. I love you. I'm gonna say Kat, just to fill the trifecta, you know? I woke up in an unfamiliar room. Is the room shaking? I tried to get up. Oh, fuck. I looked down at my body. I was bandaged up enough to look like a mummy. But I'm alive. Kat, you're up! Hey, Yui, where are we? We're on the boat. We're miles away from the island now. That's a relief. Everyone's okay? I'll let you be the judge of that. Yui ran off and came back moments later. You had us worried, Kat. I'm glad to see you're all right. You didn't make it easy to save you either. Oh, and if you find yourself craving brains or bananas, that's entirely unrelated to how I treated you. I'm just thankful it worked. It's so good to see you safe and sound, Kat. If you died after all we've been through, I'd kill you. But I'm really happy that you're here for me to say that too. You did great, Kat. The Resistance could use somebody like you. Besides, it doesn't look like you have a real job anymore, huh? Thanks, guys. You really stuck your neck out to see Kat and I could never thank you enough. It's what we do for us, Kat. Indeed, we ran after you two just moments after you left. There's no point in us escaping if it wasn't with you, Kat. Yeah, and I know Kat said not to, but hey, I don't remember that being all the time, so it's all good. We managed to save Brothers 5, too. I couldn't just let them be stranded after, well, all that we've been through together. I'm glad to hear that. There's no way we could have escaped without them. I never to look around the room. Kat's doing well, too. She's resting in the room next door. She didn't think you wanted to see her. I see. Thanks for letting me know, Yui. I should be thanking you. None of us would have made it off the island if it wasn't for you, Kat. It's true, despite whatever you may hear Terra say. I'm just saying, I have a pretty mean right hook. It's so good to see you all. I got no idea what the world ahead of us for each one of us, but whatever it has in store, we'll face it together. You bet. I'm surprised you can say that with a straight face, but yes. I wouldn't have it any other way. I could really use you as a PR person for the Resistance, Kat. You got a thing for speeches. Wait a minute, if everyone's here and Kat's next door, who's driving the boat? Everyone looked at Terra, and that's the serious exit for Terabyte. She ran off like a cartoon character. We laughed together. It felt like it has been so long since we could just laugh. No cameras, no fear, just friends fooling around. Anyway, it's so good to see you're okay. That said, team, you need to give Kat some time to rest. Once again, I'm not trying to quarantine you because we didn't use a zombie virus' unique properties to save you. Thanks, Scarlett. And thank you everybody for coming to see me. Don't mention it. We're all in this together. I'm trying not to High School Musical right now. And that, right? See you later, Kat. Alright. Enough with the cheese. Get out before Kat needs rest, yes. And with that, I was alone. Oh, I thought they'd never leave. Hey, Scarlett, what's up? Nothing, She's carrying a syringe behind her back. I need to give you a shot for good luck. Right. I put my arm out forward. Well, the doctor knows best. I'm not a doctor. She injected the good luck into my arm. I just wanted to say thanks again. My life went off the rails back on the island, even before the show. That's putting it lightly. She laughed. I know if I stayed there, I would have been truly happy for the rest of my life. I never would have been able to help people ever again. So thank you, Kat. You've been out. So there's no way you'd know, but today's the day we would have done the last day of the show. The final ceremony to ask one of the girls to be with you. I'm not saying anyone's rushing for a proposal, but I think everyone wants to hear your answer from you. I think this kind of decision takes some time to think over, so I figured you need a little space. Thanks, Scarlett. You're right. It's my pleasure. She kissed me on the cheek. Well, I'll see you later. See you, Scarlett. And then I was alone in my room. It's a tough choice, but the one I know I have to make. They're all such incredible people. I'd be lucky to be with any of them. Anyone would. I sat in silence for the time, both resting and contemplating what to do. Is it all the excitement with Allie, a life rediscovery with Scarlett, a life enjoying the simple things with Yoi, a life of challenging our limits with Violet, or a life of freedom with Terra? And then I just knew. I got it from the bed. I walked to the door of my room and looked for the room next to mine. There. I looked at the window and I just knew. I opened the door. Hey. Hey, Kat. You look like hell. You don't look much better. I'm surprised your face is intact. I survived a lot now, hasn't it? Yeah. You know, the girls are hoping you'll ask one of them out today. They got the wrong idea if they see you here. I came here for you, Kat, and only you. You've been there for me, and even before I can remember meeting you. There's no way I would have ever gotten off this island, or anyone could have, if it wasn't for you. And I know there's so much we'd have to figure out, and so much we don't know in this world. But I know I want to face that world with you, Kat. Tears were streaming down her face. I don't want to hope for it. I walked next to her and got down on one knee. I tried so hard to convince myself that it would never happen because it was too painful to even hope. I don't have a ring or anything, but I'm sure I can get one later. You don't need a ring. Will you marry me? Yes, yes, yes. I love you, Kat. I love you too, Kat. We're gonna have the same name and the same last name. We're gonna go for it. More than you could ever know. Wherever life takes you, it's where I'll go. We held each other close and kissed for the first time in years. Memories flooded back with each passing moment. The day we met, our first kiss, fights in the rain, making up, the joy of just being with the person you love, the day I proposed to her the first time, and now, today, and I'm sure there's many more to come. Here's to making new memories together, Kat. I love you. Oh my god, that was a game. That was a game. Like, I don't even know what to say. I can't, I don't even know even a moment that I can really even say. But like that there was so many plot twists in this game. I really liked it. I felt like there was moments in the game where it got a little bit boring, just because we were constantly doing the same thing over and over again. And I feel like the ending especially could have came a lot sooner. Like, I felt like, you know, this game has probably been about 5 hours, 6 hours in playtime. I feel like it could have been definitely condensed down to at least like 3 or 4, and maybe I was playing it a little bit longer, but I was trying to do it quick but also like slow, you know. But I definitely think that if this game was a little bit shorter, it would have been a little bit better. It's also kind of missing a little bit of the element of choice. Like, I feel like you were able to choose who you want to go date with and whether or not you want to trust Kat, but I feel like you should have been more punished if you made the wrong decision. Like, I feel like they should have let you choose what you wanted to do more, so that you'd be able to actually be punished and then killed again and have to, like, not necessarily restart, but you'd have to, like, you know, be set back from like your previous save point or something along those lines, to where, you know, it lets you have more choice. Because as it stands right now, it's very much like no matter what you choose, it was always just gonna push you in the direction of like the same ending. Even this ending right now, like, I'm 90% sure no matter who you chose, it probably would have been the exact same ending. It's just that Terra, you know, or not Terra, for Kat, it obviously had changed a little bit of like the nuance, and especially since my character's named Kat too, so we'd both be Kat and Kat with the same last name, so it's something kind of funny. I did enjoy it. I'm glad that the credits are, but like, yeah, I definitely can see more potential for this game. I would love to see like a second game, like Find Love or Die Trying 2. And I hope, I can't say hope, but I wish that there is more games similar to this, because games like this are very uncommon, and I want to see more tropes where people are really going into the idea of like how death, and not necessarily death, but how like dating sims can be dark. Like, it's not always just like sunshine and rainbows and everything. But yeah, like, this has been a very fun game. And if you guys should probably play it if you guys have a chance to, because I think that you guys would definitely like it. And yeah, anyway guys, thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe for more videos like this one, and remember to always make the right decision.